Hi guys, as you know, it's Maria again. And I have, I think, everybody that I need. And my recorders are also here. It is recording me. So that makes, I think, five or six of us. He is right there. They record the whole Zoom.
Yes.
Okay. So today I'll be talking about why is eyewitness testimony so unreliable. The next slide. I'll give you guys a little background of it. Eyewitness testimony has been used for many centuries and continue to be a part of our criminal justice system. I love anything that is about criminal justice or our system. So I'll be talking more about the criminal justice system all through the semester. Eyewitness can either be harmful or useful. In the next slide, a couple slides that I have here for everyone, I'll be telling you guys why it can be so harmful or useful sometimes for the individual or inmate, if we can call it that way. So how accurate are eyewitness testimonies? Eyewitness testimony, which relies on the accuracy of human memory, has an enormous impact on the outcome of a trial. Eyewitness testimony is a legal term. Here we're talking about legal, anything that is about the court, like, you guys already know the court and all that, so we'll be talking about it. So during an eyewitness testimony, the witness usually goes into an account of the crime he or she has witnessed. This can include details of the crime or identification of the perpetrators. Eyewitness testimony is an important area of the research in cognitive psychology and human memory. You can check it out at simplypsychology.com if you want to learn more about it. Eyewitness testimony can be affected by many psychological factors, such as someone might be stressed in the courtroom because they're getting examined or they're being asked several questions. Someone like me, I get anxious or stressed a lot when I am around a crowd or speaking in a crowd. I get anxious a lot and stressed out a lot. And also reconstructive memory, weapon focus, and leading question during trial, which I just spoke about earlier. When they're asking you questions, you can be like, questions can be a little bit trickier, so you might forget about what you saw in the scene. So yes, this is why it can be dangerous for an individual or the criminal. We can go to the next slide. The significance. Sometimes the witness sees something, they don't see the whole crime. I might see what's happening, but it doesn't mean that I saw every single thing. It doesn't mean that I have every details of the crime that happened. But only parts which could cause the wrong people to be in trouble. If I did not see everything and I went there in the courtroom, I'm being used as an eyewitness, I can say not true things, or let's not say false things, but I can say things that I don't remember, and it can be used against that individual, and they can be tried or put into jail or even get a death penalty because of me. So it's pretty dangerous. For an example here, let's say a crime happened 10 years ago or 7 years ago, you name it. I was an eyewitness. I might not remember every single thing I saw that day. And imagine Jacob or Jonathan the person was committing a crime. And I saw it happen 10 years ago. They asked me today, what did you saw? And I actually tell them, it was this and that. It can be used against him or I. So I can either be a liar, or Jonathan can be a liar, which can cause a lot of trouble, if we can say that. We can go to the next slide. The purpose. Eyewitnesses are unreliable because they are attached to the crime somehow, and if they testify, they could bring up something that could tie them to the crime or get them in trouble. I put the website here. You can check it out to learn more about it. And trust. Many people trust eyewitness to provide accurate recollection, which is also, it can be tricky. It can be true or not true, so it just depends. The Innocence Project states that nationally, over 70% of exonerated individuals were initially convicted based on a part of testimony from eyewitness. So this is the most dangerous part of it. This makes evaluating the potential limitation of this testimony critical during any criminal case. Memory is not as reliable as we would like to think. In fact, it's easy manipulated, whether intentionally and unintentionally. Police can plant false memories and eyewitness by asking leading questions or using suggestion language. We can go to the next slide, which will be our conclusion. Nearly all evidence has problems. I used to think that DNA evidence was impeachable. That was before I ran into a lot of stories about lab results being questionable, like in any case which false DNA evidence led to a man being convicted and sentenced to death. I've read so many stories, I've watched several stories about it. It's just not as good as you might think. The eyewitness could make up something due to pressure or nervousness. Lastly, eyewitness testimony can end up convicting the wrong person. Like I said it before, they get anxious, they get stressed out when they talk, when they are being asked several questions, because those lawyers are very smart. Judges, super smart. So they might ask you a simple question, but in a tricky way, so you might forget what you were supposed to say and you said the wrong thing. And it actually can get the person convicted, wrongfully convicted. So that was my presentation, guys. Thank you so much for watching and for being here